Hello world, I'm making 12 videos in 12 days all about games I got around Christmas time, because quite honestly I don't do a lot of themed stuff and I thought it might be fun. Now I'm going to apologise in advance here, this is footage and voice only because I slightly overexerted myself on Friday, hence why there was no video on Saturday because I had no voice. It was terrible, you really don't want to hear it. And footage of me would look terrible because 1, my face, and 2, I would be sitting uncomfortably close to the mic and nobody needs that. Anyway, I've been a Resident Evil fan for some time now, but even I have to admit, the series lost me around number 5. And I haven't even played more than a demo of number 6. Maybe one day, but from what the reviews tell me, I can happily put it off for now. It all started with Resident Evil 2, which was far too easy for me to purchase at the age of 13. The shop I got this from originally, their PC return policy was harsher than their age restriction policy ever was. This is all in a time before zombies were the hot new thing, and consequently before zombies were the horribly overdone thing that people wished would go away. First of all, let's face it, campy as 2 was, it had nothing on the original. Seriously, that game was so hammy David Cameron was looking it up on Tinder. By the time Resident Evil 4 rolled around, I was a poor student who remained poor by not bothering to get a job, don't recommend it, and who somehow managed to pay for a GameCube. So buying it in March was not an option. I had to wait until Christmas. I got to play it a bit in between, but that just seemed to make it worse. Finally, Christmas rolled around, and there it was, in all of its, well, fairly boring glory now that I look at the cover again. I started playing it as soon as we'd unwrapped the last present, and only stopped when I was called away for dinner, after which I went straight back to playing it. So yeah, that's like a solid 6 or 7 hours the first time I played it. Now I mentioned Resident Evil's tendency to be camp or hammy before. Resident Evil 4 definitely has that. And I'm one of those weirdos who can kind of take Resident Evil canon seriously. I mean, I've even been in a Resident Evil themed play-by-post RPG. I even miss it sometimes, that was good fun. Now, somehow the camp factor bothers me less here. The first game's hamminess didn't seem deliberate, but 4's over-the-top action focus definitely did seem so. It was strangely wonderful to see a game embrace what was essentially a series stereotype. But the fact is, it is a good game, both as a campy horror and as a survival, well, what they call survival action. I mean, no one forgets reaching the village for the first time. That's a moment that got talked about. Those overwhelming odds, the constant ducking in and out of buildings to resupply in the hope that you could fend them off just long enough for that church bell to ring. We'd got up to Code Veronica by this point, so the contrast between that and 4 was pretty noticeable. Sure, Resident Evil never did continue the same way it did before, but it didn't mean it was a bad game. Far bloody from it. I even had fun arranging my inventory here. Not as much as shooting axes out of the goddamn air, but still. Point is, they made every little thing you did in the game fun. The choice of opening a door quietly or booting it open, fun. Upgradable weapons, fun. An escort quest which doesn't make you want to stab all the available eyes in the near vicinity. Well, fun is a strong word, but it's better than what we're used to. Overall, it was an amazing action game. Bit hammy, but amazing, and allowed one of my favourite series to continue towards Resident Evil 5 and 6. I'm a bit depressed now.